All right. So, what time of day is it now?
You guys
think
settled
we're-
in. You were settling in for. You were settling in for the evening, so
All right.
And shall we continue the settling of the inn in the inn?
Well, it's not really an inn, I don't think.
Well, I guess technically not, but the domicile which we will sleep in.
All right.
because I believe I asked you all what you were doing for the evening, and you had all begun settling in. Told me everything you wanted to do, so we can skip to the next morning.
When I come out of my coma, apparently.
What do you just eject out of hammer space?
Ah, pff.
Oh, look, Jubilee back. So that is what we're doing then. Long resty time.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hmm.
I'll begin the refreshing of the things then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want the D100s, or are we just going to?
You could just wake up normally.
Okay.
Given the house you're in, once one person wakes up, it starts making noise. You'll all wake up shortly after.
Especially when the barbarians wake up.
I was originally gonna go and sit down by the table after getting ready.
It'll, well, freshen herself up, and we'll also sit by. Getting it. Well, waiting for everyone to get ready.
You're gonna need to talk a little bit louder there, Phenom.
Yep.
Mother of mercy, I don't understand.
You mumbled at the end.
Yeah. You're.
Okay, do I sound quiet now? Am I any
No,
louder?
you're much
Yes.
better now.
What the fuck? It's just like that was moving it 3 inches. I'm holding it in my hand right now.
That's probably what you need to do.
This isn't a microphone you hold in your hand.
Well, it should be. It is now.
No, fuck it ain't. All right.
Every microphone can be a microphone you hold in your hand. You just gotta hold it.
Phenom, where's your mic positioned at?
It's positioned to my left. It's facing me. I set it up so that it's like its gain is at its maximum. And oh, hold on. Okay. Do I sound any better now?
Nope. You actually sound quieter now.
Really? The fuck? Okay.
You're still good enough to hear, I think.
Yeah, you're still good enough to hear. It's just you were a little quieter.
How about now?
Oh God, no! Can't
Way
hear
Yeah,
you.
you're way quieter after that.
Okay. So it's the gain is up to its maximum. I don't understand. Okay. What about now? Do I sound better now?
Nope.
You're good.
There's no change.
No difference, but you're good. We can hear you.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, this microphone is just like you are quiet today. Or actually, not today. I've just been quiet ever since I came back from Nigeria with this damn thing.
Yeah.
Maybe something happened to the suitcase to it. I don't know. Anyway.
I'd have to unplug it and plug it back in, or bap it over the head a few times.
Alright, I'm just gonna punch my microphone. You guys better hold your ears. I'm joking.
Not now,
Wait, what?
Okay, so where were we?
Wake you up in time.
This,
No.
as they're waiting for people to get ready, George is gonna look to Adol and be like, "Can I ask you a question?"
Of course.
Also, good morning.
Good morning.
How do I put this? Who's someone that you hate?
I don't really hate anyone. The closest, I suppose, would have to be the puppeteer. But I don't really hate him. I pity him. If you asked me this question, say, 70 years ago, it would have to be... There was a rebel once that actually managed to defeat me. Hubert was able to quickly dispatch him afterwards, but I was angered because he beat me and he would always have beaten me. I never managed to get back at him for that. He embarrassed me in front of my entire family, and while I was able to regain my position after that, I despised him because of that. How dare some commoner put me in my place, is how I think of it now. But at the time, I despised him. I despised everything he stood for, and I despised everything he cared about.
How did you deal with that hatred, I guess?
I didn't. It festered in me until I realized how pointless it was. There were many things I wanted to do. I wanted to take out my anger on Hubert. My logic at the time was he should have known I wanted to kill him. But to be fair to Hubert, if he didn't do anything, I'd be dead by now. Why? Are you thinking of... what's his face? Rodriguez's son?
Yeah. Just thinking about how I want to handle that whole thing. I ended up talking to my mom last night, and she pretty much said just to be careful with that.
Well, she is your mother. But...
Yeah, but I feel as if with how she said it, she meant it in a way of like, don't do anything. Obviously, don't do anything stupid, but also, I feel like in a way she was telling me not to kill him.
I mean, ultimately, that is up to you. If you're asking for my opinion, I also believe it would not be a good idea to kill him. But I don't think it's a good idea to kill anyone. Be that as it may, I guess maybe I should give you the same advice I gave Thorgrim a while ago. That changed him for the better when it came to his anger. If you're going to be fighting Rizal, Rodriguez's son, you need to change the reason why you're going to fight him.
What do you mean?
When Thorgrim first came here, he was here to kill the puppeteer, due to everything the puppeteer put him and his family through. It is an understandable want for revenge. But his anger, it was self-destructive. Because of how angry he was that he chased the puppeteer, he never went back home to see his kids who were also mourning. He constantly put himself in harm's way to a destructive amount, facing things that he couldn't fight, especially on his own, just to get closer to the puppeteer. And as useful as that was as a tool, Thorgrim is not a tool, he is a person. So, I gave him an ultimatum, either to change the reason why he was here with us, fighting the puppeteer, or to go back to his family. And he changed his reason. I'm not quite sure what his new reason is, but it's a much healthier one. So, if you want my advice, I would tell you the same thing. Change the reason why you want to fight Reginald. Sorry, not Reginald. Alright. Change the reason why you want to fight Resolved, or don't fight him.
fine to me either way because I need to uphold my word for that. So
That's a good reason. Honor. Your honor. But I will not suggest reasons for you. That is for you to come up with. But you have seen already that your anger is a weakness that can and has been and will be used against you. It is up to you to overcome this weakness. If you need help, I'd suggest speaking with Thorgrim or Scalodius.
Speaking of, basically on cue, Thorgrim kind of walks in and just goes, "Yo," and then finds a table and just plunks down.
Hello, Thorgrim.
Morning.
morning, Thorgrim.
Morning. He'll plunk his hammer down head first beside him and just sort of kick his feet up. Why the long faces?
Well, I guess since you're here, I guess I'll ask you the same question that I asked Adel.
Okay.
How do you deal with your anger when you hate someone?
Well, at first, not all that great. I kind of let my rage take me. Would direct it towards who I got angry at and would do anything to put them in the ground. Now, I think to myself, why do I hate the person I hate? And what would they do if they got close to people I loved? And with that in mind, for example, if we're talking about a puppeteer or Rashi or any of those people, if they got close to you and they harmed you, I'd never be able to forgive myself. So I have, per a certain someone's gentle nudging, pointed look to Adel, I decided I'm not going to let that happen. I will, instead of using my anger as a sword, use it as a shield and protect the people against the things that I hate instead of trying to lunge at whatever makes me angry.
Huh. Using anger to protect rather than attack. Alright.
Yep. I protect, I attack, but usually I just eat snack. And he just sort of smirks.
Alright.
But seriously, George, I know what this is about. It's about that that guy.
Resolved.
Right? That guy, yeah. I saw how you acted with him, and I mean, I'd be pissed too, but think about he fucked up the entire name of your family, yeah?
It's not more that he fucked it up, he just insulted it.
And that's a terrible thing. Like, family to me is everything. And so, I would be mad too. But honestly, I wouldn't say think of it as, you insulted my parents, you gotta die. More of a, you insulted my parents, so I need to make sure you don't insult anyone else.
seems quiet to this when you say that. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
And just, like I said, sword instead of a shield. If you invert that anger and you turn it into a protective instinct, you can use that anger to fuel your need to care for others and to make sure that whatever made you angry in the first place doesn't happen again. Revenge is one thing, but I'm quickly learning that, if you run around throwing yourself into danger just to get at what pissed you off in the first place, then eventually you're gonna run yourself dry. You're gonna just tire yourself out and beat yourself up over something that ultimately can't be changed, even if you got that revenge. So instead, use that anger for another purpose. It can be similar to the purpose that you started with, but if you keep going on the path that you're going on, then you're not going to be able to continue to be the best you that you can be.
Huh. All right.
I may be a dumbass, but I have some wise words occasionally.
Well, for what it's worth, I'm glad to hear those words.
I'm glad to give them. You mean a lot to us, man. Don't go chasing after something that'll ultimately kill you. Okay?
All right. Thank you, Thorgrim.
No problem. I'll just sort of cross one leg over the other and sort of lounge back. Just sort of go into relax mode.
So, Beastie Awakens, is Sugg still there?
Yeah.
Right. They'll just pick him up and carry him back out to the others. Hello.
Obviously.
How are you all?
Pretty good. You?
I'm good.
That's good. Oh, Beastie, Goblin, a moment, please.
Yes.
Could you come here?
She'll head over to... Wait, who said this? Thorgrim or Gloom?
No, that Elvie.
Alright, she'll head over to
When I start speaking like this, that is Elvie talking.
Right.
Once she gets within touching, hand on shoulder distance, Elvie will reach into her spell pouch, her spell component pouch, and will smear a little bit of brown paste on her fingers, and will just sort of will just look at you and say, "Goblin, do you trust me?"
Yeah.
Good. I wish to test something.
Test
If
what?
you'd be a spell.
What spell?
A spell that I think you will quite enjoy. And with that, she'll take the paste and press it against Beastie's forehead and sort of smear it around a bit, and will attempt to cast Strength.
Huh.
And we'll check for any noticeable effects.
The applicant of the spell increases the strength of the character by a number of points or 10 points after 18 strength is attained. The amount of strength depends upon the spell recipient's group and is subject to all restrictions on strength. If warrior has strength 18 already, from 10 to 80... Huh? I don't understand.
This is a very old
Honey?
spell. I'm trying to see how it works in this game.
Jordan, help!
Okay,
Funny.
so Matt, you need to roll a d8 in this instance.
Excellent.
Random bullshit, go.
Yeah, lame.
You gain 20% more strength.
So I'm guessing 20% of your strength score.
No.
What's your strength score?
Yeah, so instead of raising it by 2, it raises it by tenths of percents due to Beastie's strength already being fairly high.
Yeah, her strength is 19. But the spell cannot confer a strength of 19 or more. So, what does that do?
Good question.
Absolutely nothing.
It's a good question. It may do
DM,
nothing.
please help.
It may do nothing.
It's a wait and see.
Okay, does...
However, in this instance, since your strength is 19, it does nothing.
Alright, thank you. Yeah, so Beastie waits a couple of seconds, then like wiggles her nose and looks up at the Gloomala. What'd that do?
Elvie, you can tell that Beastie is already so strong that it just didn't do anything.
Yeah, I know. Elvie just sort of sighs to herself and sort of just looks at her fingers and then looks at Beastie and just goes, "It appears you are already too strong for the strength spell."
Beastie will laugh. Silly silly elf. Beastie already so strong because of magic and strength. More magic and strength no make me more stronger.
I thought that magic
That's
and strength.
actually-
I thought magic and strength would add upon your magic and strength to make you even more magical and strengthy, but I guess I was wrong.
Nah. If you take a bucket and fill it up to the brim with water, if you add more water, the water just falls out and it doesn't do anything to the bucket.
What the
Elvie
fuck
just
is
kinda
going on?
Elvie just kind of stares at Beastie, and like you can see, like
That was sound logic.
there's a very rare moment of like abject shock.
What?
That might be the smartest thing I've ever heard you say.
She just chuckles.
I'm
That's
thinking about it.
because you don't understand me when I speak Goblin Elf.
Well, I do now.
Which kind of looks around. Where's Scalodius and Jubilee?
Jubilee is in the room. Scalodius, you don't. It's probably still moping in his spot wherever they slept.
Do you want me to go get him? I can go get him.
Please do.
Alright. Thorgrim will get up out of his chair and start looking around for Father Scalodius. Oi, Grandpa.
Draconic snort.
You in here?
Draconic growl.
Yo.
If the context clues weren't clear enough, he's not in a good mood.
Thorgrim will just walk over and sort of like sit a few feet away. So, what's up?
Thorgrim, I really do not feel like talking right now.
Fair point. Do you want me to get you anything? Like a food or drink or something?
That would be nice, actually, but
All right.
I'm just upset that we had to leave.
Yeah, I know. There was a lot of them, huh?
We were that close.
Yeah, I get it. Don't worry. We'll get close to your home. We'll find out what happened. We'll set things right, okay?
I hope so.
All right. You sit tight, and I'll go and grab food and a drink for Scalodius and bring it back and sort of just let him be. And I'll return to the rest of the group, and Thorgrim just kind of goes, he's still a bit upset about, us having to bail from the, 5 billion zombies that were out there. We were real close to, you know, he wants to go back and do things and try and find out more about his people and what happened to them and try and, things right. Which, I mean, I get it.
So the priest understands why we left, but is still unhappy about it. Then.
Yeah, absolutely. He gets it, but he does want to go back and continue whatever searching he's been doing.
I mean, wouldn't you want to go back
Of course I would.
if it was in your situation? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
The fact that he's not charging off by himself is already a miracle in itself,
Yeah,
I suppose.
That's character development right there. I mean, I'm proud of him. I figured I'd leave him alone because he's still stewing.
Unfortunately,
Gotcha.
we do have to go. The more time we waste, after all, the more chance the puppeteer has to regather his strength.
Yeah.
Do you
A
think
moment,
it would
please.
be... Alright.
Elvie will go to where Scalodius is. Will not actually speak to him, like physically, but will send a message cantrip to him and say, "We are leaving. If you wish to join us, please come."
Elodius starts to rise out of the bed and sighs. A solemn nod, and he's ready. I wish you not think me the fool in this situation or immature.
Absolutely not. I would be just as angry as you. Seeing
Don't know if angry is the right word for old friend.
frustration?
Yes, I believe that would be more appropriate in this case.
Yes,
It was right there.
just in the tip of our noses. I completely understand, but do not worry. We will, once we are concluded with our current business, I will personally see to it that you are able to set things right and be with your kind again, or at least in some respect to find some closure.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. We have to do other things at the moment, but I personally guarantee that I shall aid you in whatever way I can.
Now let's attend to other needs that need us.
Indeed. And Elvie will very quietly walk over and give Scalodius a quick hug, and then continue back to the main area.
Scalodius, says Adel.
Glorious will nod his head. Adel Sarday.
Are you good to go with us?
As good as I'll ever be.
Alright.
I apologize for my less than cheerful demeanor, but I'm not upset at anyone. I'm just frustrated.
Understandable.
So, I assure you, though, it will not affect any performance in assisting.
On the bright side, once we have all the help we need, we're going to be going back.
Understood.
In the meantime, we need to head to the Pirate Kingdom. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is way too much for teleport, so we gonna have to fly there. Actually, yeah, you can go to the teleportation circle in Haven, can't you, George?
I can, yes. Just before we get there, though, I need to ask some favors, if that's okay.
From who?
I guess from everyone here.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of favors are we talking? Says Jubilee.
More or less just favors to help prepare for when we get there. Because I did, in fact, show them the amulet, so they're gonna know that I might still have it on me. So before we get there, I want to put it somewhere or with someone who can keep it safe, run a bag of holding somewhere.
Is that even possible?
I don't think so. The only one capable of holding your amulet is someone with a pact with someone else, and I don't think any of us have that.
Well, I mean, if I can put it in a bag of holding to have somebody hold onto it. Has there been any problems with putting it in a bag of holding?
It'll offer a bag of holding. Let's see.
George will take the bag of holding and then, or I guess he'll ask Ada to open it,
It'll open it.
and he'll try to place the amulet in the bag of holding.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Yep, there it is.
Ooh.
You do not want to put that in the bag of holding.
Zoom in on George's hand and then just this loud.
You see him just hold his hand over it, but he's still just gripping onto the amulet.
George,
And
What?
that's why that.
let it go.
I don't want to.
It'll shut the bag. Right, I did forget about that part. Right, yes.
Yeah, it
You-
was the same with me and the other amulet.
Yes, you can't really do that unless you're able to get over the innate need to keep it on you. That is part of the curse.
Yeah.
Oh, pauses. Wait a second. Let me see.
You have an
Right.
idea, Adel?
Yep. I'm going to try and unattune you from it. Maybe that will make it easier.
Interesting idea.
I don't think I'm attuned to this thing. I haven't even tried putting it on. I haven't even felt the need to ever put it on.
I believe just having it on you is enough to attune you. But let's try it and see what
alright.
happens. So, I will try and cast Greater Restoration on George to try and get him out from underneath the amulet's influence.
Okay. You cast Greater Restoration on him. You see him glow, and everything. And you know that the spell has taken effect in some way.
He'll open up the bag of holding. Alright. Let go, George.
George will attempt to put the amulet in the bag of holding.
You still cannot place the amulet in the bag.
The fries in the bag.
Huh?
I'm guessing, am I still technically like holding onto it?
Yep.
It's like you. It's like you're.
George will then say,
It's like it's glued to your palm.
George will say, keep it open for a second. He would
I'll
touch
keep
himself
open.
on his chest, and using his boon
Hold
spell
on.
recall, will start to cast Remove Curse. And then at the same time, we'll attempt to let go of the amulet into the bag of holding.
You find you cannot let go of it.
I have a
Uh.
theory.
What's your theory, Glunola?
Does it? Maybe it is perhaps not a charm, or not a curse, but a charm effect. Perhaps it is trying to coerce us into thinking that we are its friend, or we find it a valuable item.
Jubilee?
An interesting theory. Well, I can try something then, if that's the case, but I don't know if that's the case.
It's a theory.
Well, let's put that theory to the test then. And she'll start at her dance and get counter charm going. Try to resist as best you can.
All right. As that goes on, he will then use the best of his ability to put the amulet into the bag.
I guess I'll give you another wisdom save.
Okay.
Okay, we're on. That means we're onto something.
Ooh.
Wait, does he get a plus something for being in Hubert's? Wait, no, that's Constitution.
Well, it's any save.
It's
all
any
saves.
saving throw,
Okay.
but I factored that in.
It's 25 and auto flash for genius.
All right. So, George, this time as you hold your hand over the bag of holding, you feel an extreme fight or flight response as you go to try to let go of it, and you almost will yourself to finally pry your hands open, dropping the amulet into the bag.
Okay.
And we'll shut the bag.
I did not believe that would work.
But now we know what's going on.
We
The
have
amulet
something
charms
now.
you.
Well, that is good for future knowledge, that's for sure.
It's also good for us because we are elves and we are resistant to charm effects.
Yep.
And
As
it's good
George
for
kind
me,
of
as I'm good at countering that stuff.
Well,
as
as
George
long as you
kind of
are.
wipes his hands of that. All right, that's one preparation done. He kind of shudders a little bit at the second note thought he had. Once we get there, Otto. Yeah? I'm gonna need the paladin armor. Then he'll look over to Elvie. Elvie,
Yes. Can I help you?
before we get to, or I guess when we get to the Pirate Kingdom and I need to get prepared for this whole duel, would you be okay with me using your focus?
For what purpose?
In case, if he's a warlock like myself, he has access to high level spells.
Ah, I see. I suppose.
And I want to be prepared for whatever he might throw at me.
As long as you do not lose it.
I will not lose it.
Good. It is a very valuable item.
All right.
I should say, good. It'd be a shame to kill you. What?
Well, I mean that too, but
All right.
I mean what?
As if we got that going, then we should be good.
So are we to use Jubilee's powers of turning us into...
I can get us to Haven first.
Yes.
Okay.
As
I can only do
George-
so much.
That.
Yep. As George will split himself in two once more. We'll gather separate groups and we'll try to get everyone in. Then we'll cast plane shift.
One off comment from Jubilee when he splits. Eddie is one lucky gal.
What? You say that from George's thing, go away.
You just hear what? Teleport.
Wait, what?
Alright. Well, let's get out of here and try and make our way over to the Pirate Kingdom. Do remember, while we are there, we also have the objective of finding Poe Masters.
Ah, yes.
Yep.
My father as well, but I have a feeling that they're both somewhere close
One
to each
comes.
other.
Wait.
Well, so next time we go there, I'm gonna need to probably make sure I let my mother know first.
Did you not let her know that we were heading there already?
Well, I didn't let them know that I was using the teleportation circle again.
Just letting them know that there was no unauthorized use. Sorry, I forgot to tell you guys. I used the teleport circle. It's me. No need to raise the alarms.
Yeah, just next time, I'll just make sure just to send a quick message to my mother that I'm using the teleportation circle.
Actually,
Next time.
can you... Since you're already sending a message to your mother, can you ask how Barbiel is doing?
I wasn't sending it now. I was gonna send it when next time we have to use it.
Oh, fair enough. Then let's go. As we're leaving the city, though, Ellen's going to actually pause. I will look back to the city for, like, a moment, and then we'll shake her head. Alright, Jubilee,
Yes.
time to go.
Something on your mind, my lady.
I'll explain later.
Poof.
Alright, Markiplier.
Poof.
Okay. Time to go.
I mean, what other sound effect would you use for that?
I don't know.
Balls!
So anything occur as we went up a square?
Rolling dice.
Roll faster.
Forehead.
Just roll forehead. Roll forehead.
Everything seems fine.
Alright.
Well done. There's that word. Seems.
Can we move another square?
Yep. Due to how quickly you can go, you can move several squares in a day now.
Wait a second.
Waiting.
Did we fucking leave the kobold in the vase? Hubert's kept a hold of her, right?
He
I
is
was
still-
gone last session, so I couldn't continue that. Damn it.
You never told him to stop carrying the vase, so he is still carrying the vase.
Alright, good. Don't worry, the kobold seems to be, on our side. I
We
think.
didn't kidnap them, did we?
No, it's just that they're in a vase and they don't want to get out.
It's not so much kidnapping as surprise adoption.
Isn't that just our MO at this point?
To be fair,
Every
Adel
need.
did ask, is like, do you want to go? And she didn't respond, so,
You can continue.
You did check to make sure they were okay, right?
yes. They are fine. Actually, they haven't eaten all
Okay.
day, okay? I guess we'll have to feed them once we land.
Well, once again, due to the speed that this spell lets you go at, you can continue going for a while.
Excuse me.
I'll say here is around the point where you need to take a rest.
Alright.
As it's beginning to get dark.
No, we'll touch down.
Oof.
Hubert,
Yes.
can you please put some food inside the kobold's face?
Hubert will unceremoniously drop a ration into the vase.
Does it sound like she's eating in there?
You don't know. You don't. Are you going to go and listen to the vase?
No.
Let's go a look inside.
You see the kobold staring up at you.
He'll give her a friendly wave.
You just hear a soft reptilian hiss.
He'll back off again.
Scaldius, do you want to be the one carrying the vase?
I shall, as it is. If they so want.
Hubert?
I'm gonna look back down in the vase. Would you like me to carry the vase, or are you comfortable with who's carrying the vase? And he'll say in Draconic.
She just hisses up at you again.
Is that an angry hiss or like just a hiss?
I mean, most hisses are angry hisses.
I don't know. Don't snakes sometimes hiss just for the lulz?
No.
Well, I mean, they're snakes,
Like,
and they usually are always angry.
Fair enough. Actually, no, I've seen some pretty chill snakes online because I fucked good being anywhere in the same country as a snake. But
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Who goes
Hi.
there?
Yo,
Is that Luna?
friend Luna. Luna
Oh
me.
shit! Hello.
So,
Sorry, I just got my ears destroyed. One sec.
Destroyed as in pierced or destroyed?
How you
as in
destroyed
into
Taco?
a
What do you mean?
Heavy metal concert.
Well, do you really want me to answer that question?
What?
oh no.
Okay, I can hear you again. Hello.
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 Yo, welcome to Australia.
Crikey.
Right.
So.
So about
yeah, this
destroying
is-
tacos.
Yeah, this is Luna, the friend, RP friend, and artist friend. She did the stuff for George and Otto's art. So
And things.
You know,
Nice to meet
the
you.
amount of lunas you bring to us has gotten to which isn't a lot, but it's
I don't
weird
think
that
you
it
have a
happened
type in a
twice.
weird way.
no. I noticed it as well when I was just like, wait, there's gonna be two Lunas now.
Because whenever you said, "This is my friend Luna," and I went, "Oh, Luna's finally rejoined," looks at the name. This isn't Luna.
That's
Nani?
not the
Yeah.
Luna I remember.
It happens a lot.
Jay, my friend, you have a type, and it's weird.
And it's
And it-
Moon.
And it's the fucking moon!
That's rough, buddy.
We shall take the moon!
Sorry, Luna. If you can't tell, we're a bunch of weirdos.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, we
you're all-
are. Sorry.
Alright.
Playing D&D, I thought that was a given.
yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fair enough.
Kind of comes with the territory.
Well, I guess, Ale is going to look into the vase. Does she get hissed at?
Yes.
Does she look scared, or is that just like her being like, leave my vase alone?
Roll insight.
Alright.
She might have just claimed the vase.
It seems that she is scared, and at the moment, the vase is her hidey hole.
Alright. I'll back off.
Well, don't know if we need a guide anymore. Considering.
We don't.
So we could just let her leave if she wants.
I mean, I'll look around.
believe I made that point to be a bad one already.
At least leaving her in the wilds. But she should be... Well, we are on the border of the wilds, actually. Do you think she'd be safe further in? No, the pirates would probably find her, and who knows what would happen.
Probably should. And dropping her off in Haven, things might have gotten confusing.
Beastie will just shake her head. Just take her to Zardek's country.
Wouldn't she technically just become a slave, or?
No. She points to herself, and then to Scalodius, and then to Gloomhollow. Everyone is weird over there. She fit right in.
I take offense to that. I don't disagree, but I take offense to that.
What about just
Might be the
introducing-
safest spot for her.
What about just introducing her to Squib and Riki?
That would involve taking her to another realm entirely. I'm not sure if that would be good for her. But if we have nowhere else to go, I guess. In the meantime, we are carrying around a kobold in a vase. Gloomhollow, can you activate your magic, please?
One moment, please.
Oh yeah. Ale is going to empty out all the mecha goblins.
As soon as they come out of the bag, you watch as they sprint in various directions and away from the party.
Oh God.
Why did you have those in there, milady?
Oh, because of him. And she points to the... Is Zug still unconscious?
Yes, he is still unconscious.
Yeah, she points to Zug.
What happened when I was away?
When we went to the Templar's country, he knocked himself out.
Did anyone bother waking him up?
Bestial puts him down and will promptly bop him on the head to try and wake him up.
Zug will immediately look up and go, "Oh no, Zug woke up too early," and raise his hammer.
No, we're not there anymore, says Beastie.
Wow, where are we?
We in Pirate Place. Also,
I don't-
your robot gobos ran away.
Yeah, they do that.
Will they come
Especially
back?
if I'm not awake.
Oh. Will they come back?
No.
Oh.
What will they do?
The same thing any rational gob.
Oh wait, he can't understand you.
Well, what will they do? Asked Beastie.
The thing any rational gob will do. Destroy.
Oh no.
Beastie is going to look around. I'll be fine. So, Zug, what you want to do now?
Zug will scratch his head with the back of his hammer and say,
Zug wants to see if they'll bring back metal. Sometimes they come back with metals. Or peoples. Zug doesn't really care which.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Well, it's nice seeing you.
What the fuck?
Nice meeting you, Zug. Unless you want to follow us, we are going that way. And she points in this direction.
That way.
That way. And she points again.
Wait. Where are we? We're not in the bad place anymore. Zug can't get his wish for more wishes here.
It will be a long time before we go back there, though.
Zug says as he begins thinking,
Zug has to go get his wish.
Okay. Well, maybe we will meet you again there.
But Zug needs more gobs before he can go.
So, what? Hello?
What?
So are you going to be traveling with us, or are you going to be going by yourself?
Zug don't know.
Well, I guess we will find out tomorrow. And Beastie will just, like, give him a friendly goblin pat on the shoulder, which is akin to a slap, and then we'll head on into the mansion.
Zug is going to sit down, pull something out of his pack, tossing it, and with a poof, a miniature forge appears that he begins getting to work at.
Oh,
Huh. Which will eventually head into the mansion as well.
and it will also head in.
Heading in.
George will also be like, part of me really wants to check to make sure the amulet is still in that bag.
And we'll check inside the bag to see if the amulet's in there.
Do you call upon the amulet?
Huh? Is
In
that
order
for
for
me
you-
or George?
Anyone? Because in order to check if something is still in the bag of holding, you have to stick your hand in and think of the item you want.
Huh, that is a dangerous question.
Do you want me to check instead?
No. If you touch it, you'll be under its control again. If I touch it, it's going to burn me to heck. He pauses.
How about we
Okay.
just assume it's in there?
Yes.
I don't want to work off of assumptions.
Alright.
Would you rather work on the thought of it controlling you?
It's fine. Jubilee gets your counter charm ready, and Ada will reach her hand in and call upon it.
Jubilee will sigh and begin the ritualistic dance.
You're not a paladin, are you, Adelsarde?
No.
Then you'll take 50 points of psychic damage as you touch the amulet.
Okay.
Wait, was it a paladin? I thought it was the warlock one.
It is a warlock one. That's the reason I asked if she had warlock levels.
Wait,
Oh,
asked if she
Yes,
had
he
you
said
have
paladin.
paladins.
paladin levels.
Whatever. Close enough.
Alright.
They're the same thing, really.
That was an important plot point that you almost hit us
That's interesting.
with. Okay. Yeah. Adel's head will snap back, and she is now bleeding from her nose. And she blinks a few times and says, yes, it is still in there.
And what
And
did
we are
learn?
not doing that again.
We learned that in order to confirm some things, we must make sacrifices. And they all just wipe the
She
blood
didn't learn a
from her
thing.
nose.
George will put a hand on Adel's shoulder saying thank you, and then he'll give her 15 HP from his lay on hands, and then another 10 from his, or another 14 from his healing hands.
10 and 15. Alright. Those
Or 15 and 15, so 30. I think healing hands is his level.
No problem, George. Now, if you excuse me, I think I'm going to go lie down for a while. And Ael will go right to her room and will promptly fall flat on her face on the bed.
Hubert will follow, setting the vase in the corner.
I thought he gave the vase to Scalodius.
He was never told to give the vase to Scalodius, and Scalodius asked if she wanted to come with him, to which she hissed. So an answer was never given, and Hubert was not told to let go.
Fair enough.
George will sit down and be like, part of me regrets doing that.
Being still look over. Why?
Because I think I let myself overthink about if by chance I end up losing that duel, then this result might just take the amulet off of me. That's why I wanted to get it off of my person, just in case.
Who says he won't take it anyway?
I mean, do you think he'd know that it would be on someone else? And who exactly it would be on?
Yeah.
I prefer you not put that thought into my head, Beastie.
Beastie gives a thumbs up. It'll be fine. What's the worst thing that happens? He takes it, you take it back. She shrugs.
Yeah, but then we got a juiced up demon warlock.
So? George,
Beastie, I don't think you realize the dip. Do you know how warlocks work, Beastie?
no, but she raises her finger. We have fought three archangels and a dragon. We have fought hundreds of undead. We have fought an army of guards and a king with a giant golden thing. We have fought a necromancer who always comes back and can kill Jubilee with one touch, and yet we're still here. We fought another army and we survived. We fought the person that killed your dad and we beat him. We fought like a gigantic skeleton thing many times, and we fought some goblin that is able to kill gods and we beat him. And then she'll go on to list many other battles that they have been through and had won. And it's like, and then we beat a spider. Point
Have
is,
any
George,
of them been a warlock?
She throws up her hands. You worry too much, George. We will be fine.
The reason I'm
Hubert will walk by as he goes to get something to drink and says, technically all of the cult are warlocks. And just continue on his way.
She does a C motion towards Hubert. See? He knows what locking wars do. Me not really sure. But we've beaten them too.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, so stop being so scared of whatever you're scared of. We will be fine.
I don't really. I think it's warranted to be worried about someone who could potentially have a connection to two demons and directly call upon power from both of them.
One of them's a
Potentially.
devil, Hubert says, walking by again.
From a devil and a demon.
She'll pause, gets a chair, will bring
Think
over to
as
George,
BC's
and then
doing
send
that,
it.
let me provide you of an example. Imagine if you were able to call upon power from both Zardak and Azazel.
Yeah.
That is a extremely strong orc man who I'm pretty sure has broken mountains with just his fists, and an angel of death.
Yeah.
Do you not think that would be worrying if someone could call upon power from both of them?
No.
If anything, I think it's exciting.
Like, she will stand on the chair and get on it so that she's eye level with George. George, think about everything we have done. What is the worst possible thing that could happen? We die?
We all die and the realm gets destroyed.
She wags her finger. You die, Princess will get you back up. Or Gloomy. Or the dancer. Or Elf. Or someone. Someone else dies, they come back too. Worst thing that happens, you lose, and then someone will do something and you will get back up. Losing is not the worst thing that can happen. Worst thing that can happen is... She thinks. Worst thing that can happen is the world dies, yes. But that won't happen because we will get back up again. We always do. If we didn't, we would be dead by now and the world would be dead. Me thinks that this entire time you have not had faith.
No, I have a lot of faith that we're able to handle things. I just enjoy having caution with other things.
Being cautious is fine, but being overly cautious and being too afraid to do anything, like you, that's his issue. So listen, and she'll cup George's head, face in his hands. Listen to Gobbo, friend. When it's fine, it's fine. No matter how much you want it to, you think it will not be fine, it will be fine. And if it's not fine, then it will be fine. Later, but will still be fine. You get me?
Sure.
Good. And then she'll step down and carry the chair back to its place. Now I'm gonna go get a... Actually, can I have another card? Me need that torture rack.
I don't have another card.
Ugh.
Plus, you shouldn't use the card in here.
She makes an exasperated noise and will walk off grumbling to herself.
I'm keeping that extra-dimensional space thing intact. I will not have the party get killed by a black hole.
What's wrong with Legos? Anybody else got anything?
I'll probably just go to Elvie for his regular, I guess, teachings with magic. Fuck, Matt's burped.
Oh no. Well, looks like we gotta find somebody else to do stuff. Chaos, you got anything you want your characters to do?
Scalodius is just sitting by the vase containing a cobalt, just every once in a while making an offering to it of food.
If you, anytime your hand comes over, you just hear a hiss. But if you just drop it into the vase, you don't hear anything.
Sorry, can you say that again?
No,
Okay.
that wasn't for you. That was for Chaos.
And Draconic kids just take your time and just continues to hang around it. Don't really have anything for Jubilee to do, unfortunately, other than go back to. Oh, that's right. She was supposed to spar with Hubert, so I guess she'll start training to be more effective with the shield.
Roll in athletics.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, your sparring session goes okay. You manage to keep up with Hubert for the most part. You don't have hit any too major of a hiccup. There we go. Finally got the word out.
So I'm showing signs of improving then. That's good. Well, if we got extra time, she'll check to make sure it's not getting too late before she decides if she's going to transcribe more of the book or not.
You can't really, unless LV has allowed there to be clocks within the mansion, you can't really tell what time it is.
Alas, the only one with the clock is currently having a migraine nap.
A self-induced migraine, no less.
Yes.
Oh, time to be an annoyance, I guess.
She fully accepts the consequences of her actions.
Adel, you alright?
Ada will not reply.
Hubert
I'm
will,
assuming you...
Hubert
sorry,
will simply
go ahead.
enter Adelsarde's room and set a cup of tea next to her bed.
Ada will blindly reach over for it. We'll take it. We'll sip and then place the cup back in its place.
Guess Jubilee will also enter and kind of sit nearby on the corner of a bed or something. You okay?
I am completely fine, Jubilee. Do not worry about it, she says, her face still in the pillow.
Sorry, milady, I do not speak bedsheet. You'll have to try a different language.
She will rest her hands on the bed and will push herself up into a kneeling position on it. I will just, reach her hair back into a messy ponytail behind her, and without looking, is like, I am fine, Jubilee. What do you need?
Well, I was just trying to figure out what time it was, because under your orders, I don't want to be working too late. But if I have time, I wanted to try transcribe a little more.
Ella will check her clock.
It's getting close to 11 in the evening at this point.
It's too late for you to work. You can
Understood.
take the rest of the night off.
Is there anything else you need from me, or anything I can do to help your... I don't know what this is, I have no context for it, but you seem a little frazzled.
She decided she wanted to touch the amulet.
Yes.
Oh, why did you do that?
In order to ease George's worries. He is dealing with enough as is.
You could have asked me to do it.
I could have.
And should have.
You could have asked me to do it as well.
I could have. But I chose not to. If anyone was going to make a foolish decision, I'd rather someone not pay for it than me. Besides,
Lady, this right here is why I worry about leaving your side sometimes.
it is a challenge. Sorry, it is a danger I chose to take, knowing full well what would occur afterwards. I am also fully aware what would have happened had I not done it. So, weighing the different options, I did it. It's not as if either of you can say you've not put yourself in danger in order to help someone that you care about.
And then slowly looked at Hubert.
Hubert will look back at you. Yes.
And slowly look back at Adel. Yes, because that's our job to do that for you. You know that, right?
I wasn't talking about just me. And she will shift so that she's sitting on the bed and looking at them. I appreciate your concern, but again, I knew what I was doing.
Looks to Hubert. What did she know, and did she learn not to do it again?
Yes, and probably not.
This coming from someone that died protecting me? Well, this coming from the two people that died protecting me? Please.
Once again, that is our job. It is not your job to do that.
Oh, it is your job, so you're not doing it out of care for your friend.
Of course we're doing it out of care.
Well, there you go.
There are still smarter ways to do things, Adel.
So, how would you have done this without putting you, Hubert, or someone else in the pain's way?
Make George take it out so that we could remove the charm effect from him again.
Or maybe a mage hand from Elvie would have worked.
Mage hand wouldn't work, and George does not want to be underneath Xanthagon's control again while he has it here.
I don't know. Even a stick, even trying to scoop it with a stick might have been a better move than just bare-handing it.
Stick wouldn't have worked, and I wasn't bare-handing it, I was wearing gloves.
My point is, it was a foolish move for a foolish reason, my lady. I love you, but that was dumb.
Whatever. I am too tired to give you a lecture as it is, nor to argue.
Pretty sure I'm the one giving the lecture this time.
Is there anything else you needed, Jubilee?
Just for you to rest well and be safe.
Difficult to be safe in our current environment, but I am going to get some rest.
Good. Because deities above no, you don't need me to stay in the room to make sure.
What exactly are you trying to threaten me with?
Not threatening? Question mark?
Very well.
It's just usually you don't like my methods of trying to help sometimes.
Ah, so you were threatening me with something.
No.
Hubert, can you take care of this threatening person? Thank you.
In what manner?
Any way you see fit.
I'm either going to not be able to breathe or not be able to feel my legs tomorrow, and I'm not sure which one's scarier.
I suppose that means that we'll have to train all evening.
Oh, have fun. Be sure to shut the door on your way out.
Why would I have fun?
Oh, so now I'm not fun? Oh,
Training.
okay.
Training is not fun.
Oh, that wasn't a euphemism. Oh.
No, it wasn't. He says, looking to you with a smirk.
Consider it a punishment for second-guessing your lady.
And I do it again! So Hubert's probably dragging me out.
I literally just came back to that. What the hell did you do?
Adel
Well,
and
if one of your
Hubert-
characters in the hallway, they're seeing Hubert probably with Jubilee over his shoulder.
Yes, Hubert's and Jubilee.
Take a pick of
called-
which one wants to find that situation.
Hubert's and Jubilee called Adel an idiot for taking the damage by putting her hand inside the hand of inside the bag of holding, and Adel took offense to that.
And now only Jubilee's getting punished for it. That's a bullshit.
Alas,
Hubert made his opinion very well known, and then said nothing else.
alas, Adel can't really punish Hubert. He never wants for anything. Actually, that's not true. But he's fine without
That's
sketching
a bullshit.
it.
Like, name one punishment that would work on Hubert.
No coffee for a week.
He's fine with that.
Next.
I'll look up to Elvie.
Can I help you?
Think we can do more magic training?
You wish for another lesson.
Yeah, if possible.
Excellent. Shall we begin right here, or would you prefer a more out-of-the-way location?
Maybe somewhere else. I feel like I might get distracted very easily with everything that's going on.
Wait, hold on. Jay, did you tell Luna this is being recorded?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Luna, are you fine with that?
You might want to double check.
That's fine.
Okay, alright.
Okay, cool.
We're good, continue.
Very well, come along, and I will guide him into a location that is more so we can have a more one-to-one study session or teaching session. And I will begin with, I believe we're on lesson 3 or 4 now. And as usual, sorry.
Where's Andrew?
I was gonna say LV will have to roll Arcana and Odd will have to roll Insight.
Right. I forgot about that. Oh. She's been taken off guard, so it's not the best lesson.
He's distracted by something.
Yes.
What's Oddle's Insight?
He somehow was still getting it.
Well, LV, this may not be your best lesson plan, but Oddle seems to be holding on to every word, regardless.
Excellent. Yeah. Yes, I was. LV has been admittedly more focused on the conversation that George and Adel had, and is kind of. She seems to be more meandering today, rambling. So, it may not be the best, but if your attention is as rapt as it always is, then I am doing my job correctly.
Ah, yes, the idiot vortex is reaching its tentacles into the smart members of the party now.
No! No, you can't make me know!
The idiot vortex now.
It's not
Why
the
did you
singularity
sound like
anymore.
Cartman?
No.
Mom, I am I don't want to be part of the idiot singularity.
I want to be smart.
Four-legged woman, two knees.
Alright. Has anybody else got anything else they want to do?
Hmm. I feel like Beastie wants to do something not involving the torture act, but I don't remember what was.
Just avoid the training grounds.
We're just gonna sit at the little dining hall table for a little bit, as is going to think on Adel and Borgum's words, try to figure out what his next mindset is going to be going into this. I'm going to roll this because I have two different mindsets going at the moment, and I want to figure out. I'm just going to roll to see which one George is going to go with. Okay.
Aragon?
I will not say.
Oh.
Yeah, after a little bit of time there, he's going to eventually get up and head back to his room.
Alright. Guess Beastie will go to our room as well.
Alright. Well, if nobody has anything else they want to do, that means that the night will roll on without too terribly many issues.
What kind of roll do I need to? What kind of stamina roll do I need to make?
You're fine. You'll just be a little sore from all of the training that you had to go through. And you all can wake up the next morning.
Alright. Oh, gone over, looking as if nothing had gone on yesterday. You seem out of sorts, Jubilee.
I'm sore.
Really?
I decided to teach her a very excellent exercise routine.
Good on you, Hubert.
Have you ever heard of burpees?
George will walk in shuddering at the thought of that.
Yeah, Adel's actually typical. Adel's stoicness actually cracks at the idea of doing that all night, and she looks horrified.
Jubilee's just let face down on the table, arms forward, not moving an inch, but still making plenty of groaning noises.
It was a very nice orcish exercise technique that I discovered during one of our escapades.
Otto, after handing the slate mail over to George, is going to say, "What's a burpee?"
You don't want to know.
Jubilee, would you like to show him?
No.
Beastie will walk out. Oh, burpees, I like those. And she does a perfect form burpee. Like this.
Very good. Beastie, very good.
Me and Zardak do those all the time. It's fun.
You think they're fun? George says as he's now putting on the armor.
Yeah, it's like jumping in place for hours. We make a game to see which one of us can't walk first. Though, last time we ended up tying because we broke through the floor.
I'm sorry, you broke through the floor from burpees?
Yeah. It's a good thing that Zardak had the week off, too. We're able to spend the entire time doing burpees. I would have won too if not for that stupid stone floor.
Uh-huh.
Stone floor.
Pretty sure I sold this.
If I remember correctly, that was my roof.
Build a better floor.
Scalodius. I had to repair that twice over.
Sign.
I'm just lucky it wasn't where any of the children were.
Oh, don't worry. We made sure to jump specifically over your bedroom. Dardak said it would be funny. Mino, get it?
I was unaware my lord has a sense of humor.
Oh, he has a lot of jokes. Like that one time where... He paused. Actually, me shouldn't say. It did make Gloomhollow very upset before we bought her a new cauldron.
It's not a cauldron. It was a very large test tube. I needed it for my experiments.
Didn't I get blamed for that?
Yeah, yes you did. But now I'm starting to see the real problem here.
It's made a very
I think our
nice
leader
bath.
thinks of us like toys.
We wanted to see what would happen if I took a dip inside of a health potion.
Health potions are meant to be ingested. I hope you know that now.
What I do know is it made my heart sound like a drum.
I have an odd out of character question.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Actually, never mind. Forget about it. I just answered my own question somehow.
Oh, now
No.
I'm curious.
Go on.
Go ahead.
On.
Go
No,
ahead.
I was asking, when it comes to warlocks and hexblade warlocks being able to summon their weapons, does it count towards like their total, like, weighing capacity or carrying capacity?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
So long as the weapon is not in your inventory, no. If it is in your inventory, yes.
Okay, so things like the.
A weight on your shoulders. You just can't see it.
All right. Well, in that case, fuck.
Well, I would, but then I'd probably get in trouble again.
Wait, what?
You heard
George,
me.
as he's putting on like the armor. Sorry, you guys can continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt that.
So, as you are all heading towards the dining hall, you actually see someone sitting at the table. That it appears the Ravager has awoken and is currently very calmly eating a stack of waffles.
Oh, says Beastie. It's you!
Thorgrim all but like very nearly runs and like sort of slides in right near the Ravager and is like, you're awake.
He says as he continues to eat his waffle.
I'll see if I can get my hands on a big plate of bacon and then just sort of communal eat nearby him, not really saying anything, just like the combined sounds of
They didn't think you'd wake up, Ravage Boy.
He just looks to you and shrugs, but says nothing as he continues to eat.
Now I wonder what the tiny explorer man's gonna say when he sees you.
Ado, can I borrow the bag real quick? It's not for me to touch the amulet. I just need to put some things away.
I will open up the bag.
George will then go through setting in his. I'm gonna set this down. Just putting in the pitons, his dark steel longsword that he got from his dad, his rations, essentially everything that's over encumbering him because he's currently over his carrying capacity.
Wait,
Oh
we've
my
been
God.
doing the carrying capacity thing?
No.
We're not?
No.
Oh, okay. I was actually worrying about it. Okay, never mind then.
Like, if it's unreasonable, then yes, I will enforce it. Like, you're not going to be able to carry, say, 400 pounds of gold, but for the most part, I don't care enough to think about carrying capacity.
Okay. Well, never mind. He does not need the bag of holding anymore. To also look over to the Ravage and be like, "Are you still angry?"
He shrugs to this as he takes another bite of his waffle.
Are you going to be traveling with us? Asked Adel.
He holds up a finger as he finishes chewing and swallows and goes, "Will you let me eat my fucking breakfast before I answer questions?"
Yeah, seriously, could you not?
Alright, fair point. Let us know once you're done.
Thank you. At which point he then takes another bite of waffle and goes back to being very calmly eating.
Might be the oddest thing I've ever seen in my life.
These deep links. Really?
Okay, maybe not the oddest thing, but it is definitely up there.
Even more odd than a giant purple dragon?
No, dragons are... I've read about them a lot in books.
Beast will stare at her for like a good minute. It's like, you never read a book about a dwarf eating?
Well, there's not exactly a lot of books about dwarven eating habits, so not especially.
Hubert will reach into his pack and hand one over to you, Elvie.
Oh, well, interesting. Where'd you find this?
I found it in a library about dwarves. I needed it for an espionage mission.
Ah, trying to find when and where to best poison one or something?
No, I found poisons to be ineffective.
Ah, yes, fair. They are especially resilient. And Ellie will just calmly start reading the book. My characters are now in their element, reading and eating.
Ale's just going to wait for the Ravager to finish breakfast.
He finishes his breakfast, very calmly wipes his mouth and beard clear of the syrup before sighing, and then looks to you all and says, "Alright, what the hell do you want?"
Okay. Are you calm now?
I've been calm this entire time.
Alright. Are you going to be traveling with us, or will you be on your own way?
He says, shrugging to this. I have to figure out where the heck I am first.
We're in the pirate country. We're on our way over to try and save Poe Masters.
Yeah, it turns out your buddy's been kidnapped. Thorgrim will say, wiping off his beard, that was full of bacon bits, but
Fucking Shasha finally get his hands on him.
He did.
seems that way.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Can I ask you a slightly personal question?
Okay.
Anything we can call you that isn't, you know, the Ravager? You have like a name, right?
Yeah.
Do you mind telling us what that is?
That's,
What?
my name is Duznoth Orbuster.
Does enough. Can you type that
Spell
out,
that,
George?
please.
Working on it.
Does not Orbuster. Right.
Orbuster? It's Orbuster.
Nah, that's how you
Or
pronounce
Buster.
it. That's how you pronounce the Nado's accent.
Or
Every
Buster,
U
as in
becomes
like he
an O.
busts or.
Or Buster.
Oh, he's
Buster?
Orbuster, ain't it? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Thorgrim. And he just sort of reaches a big, meaty dwarf hand out.
You ain't got a surname?
Coalbeard.
Ah, good. Thought you were an exile or something.
Nah. Currently separated from my family, but you know, not exiled. You know, I had a bit of a revenge mission I wanted, but
Still got your surname. You ain't an exile.
nah, I'm good. Well, all of this introduction and knowledge seeking is all well and good, Elvie says, closing the book with one hand. But I believe our business will need to be concluded post haste.
Right, we don't have much time. Alright. So I need a yes or a no. You're going to be coming with us? Does not, Thor? Or are we leaving you here?
You ain't even had breakfast yet.
I already ate.
No, you didn't. You just came here.
I ate in my room.
I ain't decided yet.
How much time do you need to decide?
Lady, I just woke up after a years-long, rage-induced, exhausting spree.
I do understand that, and I do empathize, but again, we do not have the time to wait.
Thorgrim kind of just shoots Adel a look, you know, just like the showing up kind of look. He doesn't actually say anything. He's just like, yeah.
Adel?
Look over to Thorgrim and will nod. But, fair enough. You can think on your decision, and she'll walk off.
Hubert will make a motion towards George as he was trying to talk to you.
Roll up to George. Yes?
You'll just eventually say never mind.
Very well.
Meanwhile, Elvie's just gone back to reading the book and occasionally will utter words under her breath like, fascinating.
I'll be just tinkering in his workshop.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Alrighty. Now, unless talked to, it appears that Doesnoth is just going to sit quietly and wait until he is more or less evicted before getting up and doing anything.
George will kind of look over to Thorgrim.
Yeah, so
Do you want to try out more of your diplomacy?
you mean sort of just head nod to does nothing?
He looks to you.
Yeah, it's getting a little later and we really do need to get going somewhere. So, you make a decision yet? You want to come with or not?
Will me coming involve me fighting?
Probably.
I don't really want to do that.
I mean, you want to
Then-
see you want to see your buddy Pomasters?
He says to the
I mean,
If
how about this? How about this? We do the fighting, you can rest, and when we find Pomasters, we'll bring him to you, and you guys can, talk like you guys, always do. Sound good?
this still require me to come with y'all.
Yeah, preferably.
He groans a bit to this, but eventually says, "Fine, I guess."
Cool. Just gonna wait till everyone else is situated, and we'll get our butts in gear. No time like the present. LV will shoot a message over to Adel and say, it appears Doesnoth has agreed to our arrangement.
Is this sending?
She's approaching within message distance and using the message cantrip.
Okay. I'll send a sending back saying, I figured as much by the exit.
What was the last bit? I figured as much. What?
By the exit.
By the exit. Okay. It appears Adel Sarday is already waiting by the exit. I believe whenever we are ready.
Do you all leave the Mansione?
Yeah.
I guess so.
All right. As you all come out, you see Zug currently laying asleep on one of the tables of his miniature forge, snoring as a couple of metallic goblins stand nearby and look at you.
Beastie will head over and tap Zug with her foot.
As you approach, one of the metallic goblins throw a rock at you.
Can Beastie catch it?
and roll sleight of hand.
Damn, beastie.
You go to catch it, and it bounces off of your forehead, and then your hand snaps up to catch it after it has already hit you.
Beastie old cat will catch it and be like, ha, first try.
Yep.
As you say first try, Zug will look up and go, "Nah,
Hey,
Hi.
so. We're leaving now.
Where are we going?
Oh, you coming with after all. And she's going to point this direction. That way.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Hi.
to save a friend.
What's a friend?
Someone that you care about.
But eventually, Zug will get up, shake himself off before collapsing the miniature forge and stuffing it into his bag. Eventually, I assume everyone else files out of the
Mm-hmm.
mansion.
The men's
Yep.
Yep.
LV will bring up the rear and close the door after.
Give me just a second.
So, Phenom, I did that same question. I'm going to ask him a question because I'm confused. Why are we in Australia now?
Say,
Crestfall and Aria are Australia. You never knew?
I think I realized it late. I just never knew why it was Australia, but I'm guessing that was just the decision for the map.
Nah. The world of Aria is basically...
Jay, your Charlie showing.
Geographically, the world of Aria is identical to that of Earth. It just has different things on it. Like, the entirety of Aria and all that nonsense occurred in Australia. In the world of Aria, even weirder stuff is happening in France. And Chaos took part in another campaign which takes place in Madagascar. Yeah.
Huh. Alright.
It involved Maury Calliope and Snoop Dogg.
Yes.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
What you guys do?
I'll look to Jubilee, waiting for her to activate the stuff.
Activating.
beep boop.
Alright, up we go.
Form of fart cloud.
guess while going, Ale's sending to Moment to say. Okay. Dad, are you there?
Yeah.
We're on our way over to the pirates right now.
Fun.
Are you there as well?
Yeah.
Alright. While I'm there, there is something I need to speak with you about.
Okay.
Is there something... You sound a little off.
I'm a little bit distracted at the moment.
By what?
Complicated.
Please tell me and not do the same thing that Poe Masters did by cutting me off before you explain.
No, I just have seen something interesting.
What did you see?
A pirate ship?
What kind of pirate ship?
Well, it just looked like a pirate ship, but it was radiating so much necrotic energy that I'm honestly surprised that it's still intact.
Ah, yes, that was probably from the area where we were.
No, I don't think so. Considering I'm still in the pirate area.
No. We were in the area to the north that was blocking off all communications and was controlled by a very powerful lich. We met a ship that was there, a pirate ship there. It might have been them.
No, definitely not.
So you're saying there is a pirate ship that is giving off a massive amount of necrotic energy?
I think those are the words that I said, yes.
And it's... doing what?
Well, it just sailed by, but it was very weird. I was not expecting it, we'll just say that.
Right. Well, let's, just keep me posted on it, I guess.
Okay. Anything else before we end our little pleasant conversation?
No. Hopefully I'll see you soon, Dad.
Take your time and take it easy.
Oh wait, no, one more thing. How has
There it is.
your attempts at rescuing Poe Masters gone?
Not great.
How did it go wrong?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's going wrong, just not going well.
Why?
Well, whatever this Poe Masters guy has done, apparently it has insulted whomever the fuck I'm trying to save him from, and they do not want him freed. So they have a lot of defenses in order to keep him where he is.
Right. Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Before it was something small, I called him a bitch.
Have you already moved to square, Phenom?
There you go.
But had you already moved to square?
From where we're at.
Yes. We started here. I moved here.
Okay. Alright. I'm just making sure that nothing happens in that instance. Alright, you can move another square now.
know once I can move again.
You did.
Oh. Okay. So.
Hold on. Shh.
All right.
I'm doing stuff. Oh, impatient. As you all are flying along, you do notice that there appears to be a small village of some sort up ahead below y'all, as you are very clearly flying.
Does it look any different?
I mean, it looks
let me
like a
rephrase.
village.
Does it look like anything is going on in this village which might be of concern, like bandits, fire, zombies, zombies that are on fire, that kind of thing?
You can roll perception.
Alright, that's Adel. Let's see, Beastie. Nice one, Beastie.
As you're floating along, it doesn't appear that anything is out of the ordinary.
Well, I'll be able to try and take a look.
Sure. Hold on, I'm doing stuff again. Otto, you look at the village and you can't see anything going wrong either.
Huh. Alright.
Are you looking for perception or investigation?
Perception.
Perception.
Yes.
Okay. Okie dokie. Smart brain, go. Nope, nothing here.
Everything seems fine.
Interesting.
Well, a reason to stick around. Actually, how late is it?
It's early afternoon.
Alright. Forwards we go.
And as you head forward, it begins getting darker. As it is now closer to evening.
Alright. Oh, look. What time was like? Time to touch down?
Unless you think we can continue flying. But the spell only lasts for 8 hours.
And how long
Correct.
has it been?
We should probably set down at this point.
Alright. It will touch down.
though. You all land, and you become solidified once again.
I'll look to Bloom Hollow.
Yes. Can I help you?
I think it's time for your mansion again, Gloom Hollow.
Very well. Is this a new day from when I cast it last time?
Yes.
Okay, so Pop Mención.
Alright. We'll head on in. As will Beastie.
Yeah, George and Otto will do the same.
All right.
Going on in.
Yep. Everybody in.
Alright. So you all go in and get settled down. So what will you do before the night comes to an end?
George will go and talk to Elvie.
She is currently reading the book about dwarven eating habits.
Elvie.
Book is closed in one hand. She just looks up at George.
Would you be okay with me using the focus now, or taking the focus now?
I suppose she will unattune from it and hand it to George.
Thank you. And then
You're welcome.
he will, just in case you need something, I guess, he'll give you the magic boots.
Ooh, what magical boots are those?
I guess +2 con to any conjuration or summon.
I don't summon anything.
In this instance, your hand would technically be a summon.
Oh, okay then. I'll take that then, I guess.
Okay.
Comfy.
I appreciate it, and I'll do my best to keep this in my possession.
Yes, please. Whatever you do, do not lose it.
I won't.
Good.
And then he will head off to go attune to the Dragon Touched focus.
Okay.
And he will unattune from the armor he had on before.
Alright. Anybody else have anything they want to do?
I got nothing.
Otto will probably go and ask for more lessons.
Then Otto shall receive lessons.
Arcana and Insight.
Turner. See if you're actually in teacher mode again today. Oh yes,
Oh boy.
this is a good one.
I will use a luck point for that.
Really?
Okay.
Yes, because I want Otto to learn. I will take the hit if I can't use it tomorrow.
Learn, damn it.
I regret using that luck point.
That's so funny.
Hey, at least you get to choose which one of these rolls you want to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, use a 5.
But yeah,
He'll
clearly.
use the 13, and because why not, he'll flash of genius.
All right.
So 18.
LV seems to be in a much more studious mood today, and is doing her best to explain the subtleties of magic, and goes on a long explanation about it. And although you are paying attention, but you feel that some of the explanations are a little long-winded, but you are happy to know that you are slowly but surely figuring things out.
All right.
Yeah, and she uses a lot of very large, very. She uses all the like technical terms and everything.
Yeah, he'll just listen and try to take it all in as much as he can.
Okay. Anybody else got anything?
Yeah. I'll gesture for Hubert and Jubilee to follow into her room.
Hubert will follow.
I guess Jubes ain't.
What was that?
Into the room you come, please.
Adelsarde has summoned Jubilee and Hubert.
Okay. Sorry, it broke up there for a moment. Okay, so Jubilee's heading in then.
Alright. And we'll shut the door behind her. I require both of your opinion on something.
Which would be?
When we left Haven, remembering what I did to Barbiel, it occurred to me that now I'm reaching a point where I'm as strong as I used to be. With the power I once had, now put towards healing compared to hurting. It occurred to me, considering how long ago things occurred, I could bring back George's dad. The question is whether I should.
Shouldn't that be a question for him and not us?
No. Not yet, anyway. If I bring it up to George, especially now, I can't really predict how he would act. So I wanted your opinions before I even decide to bring it up to George and Azazel.
That's a bit of a tough one.
Yes.
I mean, you definitely shouldn't do it without permission. But Hubert, what you were saying?
I believe you should talk to George about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, any opinion we give is moot without him.
While I understand your reasoning in asking for our of our opinions, the problem remains that it is ultimately George who needs to make that decision.
Well, you gave me an answer anyway. I was wondering if I should bring it up to George, and you say I should.
Oh, definitely.
You should give him at least the option to decide whether or not it should happen.
And definitely consult his mother before any actions occur.
Alright. I'll speak with him after his battle with Resolve, though.
A wise idea.
Alright. Well, that's all I needed to speak with you about. Thank you.
Of course.
Anytime.
Is that all you wish to inquire of us?
Yes.
I suppose we now have to wait to see what sort of reaction we're going to get out of George then.
Probably anger that we
Indeed.
didn't come up to him beforehand.
I
Mixed
would
with...
never.
Hmm?
I would never bring it up to him. Not my
Okay.
place.
Anger that I didn't bring it up to him beforehand, then. And possibly shock. Relief. I'm not really sure.
Then eventually everyone begins settling down. But does anybody else have anything else they want to do before the end of the evening?
Nothing from Beastie. Oh wait, actually, he still head over to the Ravager.
He's sitting in a chair, has it leaned up against the wall, which he appears to have been planning on sleeping in for the evening. And as you approach, he just slowly looks at you and raises an eyebrow.
So I heard that you don't like to fight.
It's less I don't like to fight, and more I've been fighting for a while.
What, so you bored of it?
It's not that I'm bored, I just don't feel like it at the moment.
So when will you fight again? Or do you not know?
He just shrugs and says, when it feels right.
Does it feel right now?
Not really.
Damn. Let me know, because me want to fight you.
How are you able to talk?
With this, and she points to her mouth.
Okay, so how did you learn to talk, I guess I should say?
Every goblin can talk.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't.
She shrugs.
Steve, like, even you know that some goblins are just grunties.
Even then, that's its own way of talking, though. At least in Beastie's eyes.
Ah, gotcha.
Me just think you not met very goblins that want to talk to you.
Huh?
Me think you have not met goblins that won't talk to you, which is why you don't know that all goblins can talk.
I guess I'll take your word for it.
Yes.
Oh. What, are you like white crazy or something?
No, me just like fighting. Fighting helps give focus. And fighting fun.
He makes a head notion to this and it's like fighting can be fun.
Fighting is fun for me. Me never have been in fights that no fun. And she pauses as she thinks about it for a moment. Yeah, never.
Being forced to fight against your will ain't exactly the most fun thing in the world.
Me sort of understand that. And she points to her collar. Me used to be forced to fight. As a slave. Before me was put to other uses.
Yeah?
Yeah. She shrugs. I mean, didn't mind doing it as a slave, even. He was more annoyed when forced to stop fighting than when I did fight.
It's probably because you got violence in your genes.
She looks down at her loincloth thing. Me not wearing jeans.
Genes means inside you.
She rests her hands on her stomach. It's like, Me no think me ain't anything like that. But me will take your word for it.
How about this? Violence is in your blood.
Me no know about that. Me hear from Elf that in my blood there's these weird goblins called hemogoblins. Never heard of them before. Me wish we could see them, but apparently they're so small. Maybe the hemogoblins are violent.
Which elf exactly? Ain't there like 3 of them?
The elf.
That ain't very descriptive.
No, one is gloomy, one is a princess, one is the elf. The elfiest elf I have ever elfed.
You ain't really helping me figure out who's who here.
Well, elves have big ears, are tall, and have long hair. She's the tallest one with the biggest ears and the longest hair. So elf.
He just stares at you for a while.
She goes over and, gives him a pitying pat on the shoulder. You will get it sometime, Ravager.
Right.
Well, me will leave you to this, she says, and then just walks along.
And all that's gonna happen is me going to sleep.
That is doing best.
How exactly can you function unlike other goblins?
She pauses. Oh, that's because of these. And she points to her tattoos. When the magic men did those weird things with those tiny knives and put these into me for a magic experiment, it did something to my brain. And after that, I started having weird voices in my head, which apparently is called a thought. And then me was able to speak better and understand people and and understand what other people were feeling. And my brain felt lighter. It gave me ability to do things most goblins can't. We're not really sure why. But yeah, That's why me not like the average gobbo.
Sounds like it sucked.
It has its ups and downs. Me am more able to understand people, but me no longer can understand goblins. Me am too different. That is the only thing that makes me sad, really.
Why's that? Why's that?
Every goblin me speak to, well, most goblins me speak to, don't see me as the same. Before, if I run into gobble, it's like meeting a friend. If you met another dwarf, there would be some camaraderie. I think that's the word. But if I meet other goblin, they, by default, see me as other. They don't trust me. Some even attack me on sight. Me don't mind that if fun fighting, but D-Shakes, man. I'm not seen as a goblin.
Wouldn't exactly say there would be camaraderie between me and other dwarves just because we're dwarves.
There kind of is. The dwarf looked at you differently compared to how he looked at me.
That's because he's friendly.
Yeah, but many dwarfs act differently to dwarves than others. Same with goblins.
He makes a face to this and then says it depends on who we're talking about.
You think they not be like that to you?
No.
Why? Because of all the stuff with the blood and the lava and the heat and the stuff?
It's less because of that and more I'm a hill dwarf.
You don't look like a hill to me.
Hill dwarves don't get along with mountain dwarves, and they don't get along with Durgar.
Oh, I get it. It's like the wood elves and and her like brain seems to be loading as she's trying to think about the other elves.
High
elves. Yeah. So like that?
Very similar, yes, actually.
But if you met another wood elf, would it not? I'm sorry, hill dwarf, would they not be friendly with you?
Depends on their clan, their family.
Oh, me.
Those lines.
Me kinda get it. Like goblin nests.
Yeah, like goblin nests. If I met somebody from my nest, he says, doing finger quotes, we'd get along fine, but if another nest came into contact with mine, well, it could end badly.
Oh, me get that. It's same like with goblins. Goblin nests attack each other almost all the time. But even then, it's still... Even when fighting, gobbos treat gobbos different. Compared to when fighting others.
Yeah, just because you're different doesn't mean it's bad.
Me no. Me wouldn't want to go back. But it's just that. The way that gobbos treat me. That's his thing me no like.
They'll get used to you. Eventually.
Maybe one day. Well, it's good talking to you, Ravage Boy.
It's good talking to you, Gobbo.
Yeah. And she heads off to her room to get some sleep.
Okay. Anyone else got anything?
Not for me.
Yeah, nope. I don't got anything.
I don't think so.
I got nothing.
All right. In that case, we can move on to the next day.
I forgot to tell Hubert to feed the kobold in the face. Okay. Ella's going
Well-
to... Yes?
I was gonna say, Scullius probably did it then.
Okay. Well, this next day it'll freshen up, eat breakfast, and head out to be ready for folks to leave.
Okay.
George will be there out in the hallway just drinking tea.
All right.
So we moving?
Hopefully.
I'll be recasting.
Alright.
Yeah. Everyone's ready, I guess.
I guess once all ready to go, and all NPCs are accounted for, are any NPCs missing anywhere?
They don't seem to be.
Okay.
No, I'm honestly surprised at how little events you guys are getting.
Lucky us.
Seems that way.
Let me know once I can move.
You can move. Alright. Nothing appears to be going on in this sector.
Alright.
Now I have to try and find the pirate kingdom map again. Hey, that was easy. And I lost it. I'm not smart.
Huh.
What?
Forgot this is what it looked like. Okay. Oh, on landing, it'll put George. George,
Yeah.
I have an idea of how we might be able to take out 2 birds with 1 stone, but I'm probably not going to like it.
Okay. Do you think we should talk about it in the middle of the street like this?
Up to you.
We'll just tap his head.
Alright. Well, I guess while walking along, looking around for anything, she'll send a sending saying, you have to put stakes up on your fights with Rizal. You win. Not only do you get your apology, he lets Masters go. Or he makes sure his father lets Masters go.
I don't know if he'll do that, since we already shook on the duel with no, I guess, deals on it, stakes on it. You're probably better off trying to do a bet with Montague himself.
Very well.
Montague wins the fight. But also be careful of him potentially cheating to make sure that the fight is won. Where did Adel go? Oh, never mind.
What the? Where did Adel go? Oh.
The bottom right. So do the bet and try to make sure he doesn't try to cheat during it.
Alright. Then it'll send the sending to... Actually, where's the inn where they first met the Saw Rodriguez?
For simplicity's sake, I'm going to say it's this building here. Just in
Okay.
the middle.
I guess... Well, I don't need a boat to get there?
Unless you want to swim. Or teleport.
Ada will ask for a boat. Well, we'll look around and ask for a boat.
There's nobody around you.
Is there a boat?
No.
Mother of mercy.
At least not one that isn't tied to a dock.
Okay. Jubilee,
Yes, milady.
please procure us a boat.
Hubert will look at you before turning into the gaseous form and just slowly drifts over.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I just kind of do the combi motion of at
That's a
Hubert.
word, Jubilee.
George will eventually do the same and float over. Same with Otto and Hoppy.
I guess we're leaving Gloomhall and Thorpen behind.
I'm sorry, what's going on?
They're heading to the end where they first saw Montague.
Yeah. I assume we're all going as a group. Come on. Sorry, roll 20 is fighting me.
Old Tweenie.
On 20.
Between
Which one are you fighting me?
My name's Jeff.
My name's Jeff. Fucking.
Not yet.
No, that's not what I meant.
You give me an opportunity, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, let me do a quick refresh. Hang on. Mark, I want to move them both at the same time. Why are you not letting me do that? Fuck it. I'm moving each token one by one because Roll20 is not agreeing with me.
What fun.
Nice. There we go. I'm sorry, everyone. An unseen force was rooting us both to the ground.
Peculiar.
Yes, most.
Nope. Alright. So, you all enter, and as you do, you hear the sound of music playing, and you see a large amount of pirates currently drinking, chattering amongst themselves.
Is it like your typical, what is it? Accordion music type stuff, or?
Yeah, you hear accordions, hurdy-gurdies, drums, the like.
Awesome. Classic tavern music, love it.
Classic pirate music.
Yar.
Oh, just goes and plops a seat down. Kind of just taking in the sights of everything.
Yeah.
Otto, it is definitely a lot more energetic than you're used to. All of the figures seem to be very energetic and enjoying their time here. They are also drinking to excess.
Seems like they're partying today.
I wonder what the
Unusual.
occasion is.
Pirates need an occasion to drink their asses off.
Fair enough. Jubilee?
It's like dwarves having an occasion to drink. There is none.
Isn't that the sun rising?
Pretty much. Same thing with pirates.
You called my lady?
Find out, do some information gathering. Find out if there's any particular reason why there's a lot of merriment or if it's just stereotypes. See if you can find Rodriguez.
Excuse me, fellow pirates. Are you a stereotype?
I was gonna say normal methods or my methods.
However you see fit.
All right. Just gonna try to see if she can find one pirate who might be a little isolated or at least looking a little lonely.
All pirates appear to be drinking in groups, unfortunately. None of them appear to be secluding themselves.
Guess I'll just approach the nearest one. Hey, seems like everyone's happy today. What are we celebrating?
The lady pirate looks to you as she sets down her mug and says, one of the crew brought back a big haul.
Oh. Is that so?
Yeah.
Guess that it would call for a celebration.
It's been a while since
What'd they
you've been-
bring?
It's been a while since you've been here, hasn't it?
Aye. Been scouring the lands, far and wide.
Oh, hello.
You got me accidentally doing an accent now, and then I'm just rolling with it.
He raises an eyebrow and says, "So what brought you back here?"
Oh, I'm missing a lovely town like this. I have all adventuring souls have to come back here eventually, right?
All pirates, maybe, but you ain't a pirate.
True. This is such a lovely town, and there's so much to do. So many people to see.
I think you have the reverse. I mean, it's
Speaking of people, what? Okay, DM. I'm just gonna say, it was Rodriguez, correct? Or am I'm misremembering the name? I think
Rodriguez is the king.
King of the Pirates,
Yeah.
No, that's
and
Luffy.
that's what we're looking for, right?
Yes.
God damn it. Okay, just double checking. I was like, it's Rodriguez, right? It sounded right. It's like, where's the king at this time?
He looks to you. She looks to you like you're crazy and says, "You got a fever there. It's the only feline fucker in the building," she says, motioning towards him.
I figured as much.
I must be just this beautiful atmosphere. I'm just so overjoyed and so makes me want to dance, you know?
Just ain't
She'll
paying.
start doing a performance to get everyone's attention. Maybe give Adol a nice line to the guy if everyone is focused on my performance.
Okay, roll performance.
No, I'm. My brain's not rolling its A game, but the dice are rolling.
Okay. So, you begin doing one of your dance routines, and you appear to have most everyone's attention in the building.
Alright. He's gonna head over to Rodriguez.
As you approach, he looks to you and smiles, holding a pipe up to his mouth that he politely moves away, breathing the smoke directly upward, and says, "Lady Adelsarde, it is a pleasure to see you again.
King Rodriguez Carmela Montague. Good to see you
Please.
again as well.
Please, you do not have to use the king moniker. Can we get you a drink? Perhaps something to eat?"
It would be appreciated, yes. But
You watch as he looks to the four others with him, and he waves his free hand, which they get up and vacate, allowing you to sit down.
hell will sit. But I'm not here on just pleasure.
You don't seem like to come here for pleasure. Strictly business, it seems.
Yes. You might have been.
Before we get to business, you need to let me know what we need to feed you.
I don't drink alcohol and I don't eat meat.
Not even fish?
No, I eat eggs.
Hey. I think we can scrounge some of that up. Have you ever had caviar?
I have.
Does that violate what you wish?
No.
And why do we not give you some of our freshest then?
It is appreciated.
Now then, while we wait for your order to get here, what is it exactly that you are here for?
Have you met a man called Ovitus recently?
That man is a very interesting character, is he not?
Yes, I recently learned he's my father.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I need to know where I can find him.
I'm not sure where he is. He's a very slippery person, but I have no ill will towards him, so I did not try to capture him either.
Thank you.
He has been proving to be a minor nuisance, though.
Well, now that I know he's safe, the thing I came here for is for someone who is more than a nuisance to you.
And that would be...
Hall Masters.
And why do you have reason for him?
It is a bit of a long story, but to put it bluntly, I need him to make sure that something that's trying to kill everything in this world doesn't manage to do so.
Furious.
Yes.
And why do you need him, specifically?
A multi-dimensional traveling, ruin delving treasure hunter. Experience like that will be necessary.
Why is that? He says, resting his pipe back to his lips, as you can see the embers burning as he smokes.
While I'm willing to explain more to you, I cannot do that here. More than likely, both of us are being watched.
I believe your paranoia is getting to you.
You would be surprised what the enemy is capable of.
He just takes another drag from his pipe and exhales before saying, I'm afraid I don't think I can help you with the Poe Master's situation, though.
Why?
He is indisposed at the moment.
Really? When I checked, he was in prison somewhere.
That could also mean he is indisposed.
Indisposed because of you?
Perhaps.
So... indisposed because of you in a way that you can't let him go, or you won't?
And they not mean the same thing?
No.
I disagree.
Then please elaborate.
Poe Masters and I have a complicated relationship,
but I am afraid that I need to keep him here in order for us to come to terms with one another.
What do you mean?
He, in my opinion, has wronged me. And I will not allow him to leave until I feel the debt is paid.
Wronged
Well-
you how?
Now, that is a bit personal, don't you think?
Well, in most cases, I would leave it alone. I do need him, and I have a feeling that I won't get him from you unless these debts are settled. And I don't think I can help him settle these debts if I don't know what the price is needed to pay.
Roll persuasion.
That was not his wife. That was just, someone... Well, I don't remember. A high-ranking pirate in some way. I don't remember how.
Rodriguez will exhale a bit before turning his pipe over, knocking the ash from it, and saying, "Masters and I went on a little treasure hunting escapade at one point. We were looking for a very powerful magical artifact, and upon its discovery, after triggering the trap and helping us get everything situated, whenever I demanded my payment for him, assisting him getting the artifact, he made away with it and ran without repaying me."
And how much does he owe you?
He slowly smiles and says, "Whatever the artifact was worth, but I have to get it appraised. And in order to get it appraised, I need to find it."
I see. So Masters took the artifact and you want it back.
Masters is safe. For now. But he knows that so long as he does not tell me where it is, I will not hurt him. Which is why he refuses to tell me.
Because you will hurt him once he gives it to you?
You do not cross a pirate in such a way and expect to get out unharmed.
Even if all debts are paid.
The price tag will be paid. The ruining of my trust and making a fool of me, however, will not be.
If I may, what is this artifact called?
Second. It's gonna take me a second, hold on.
looking for some notes?
Yes.
I'm your take.
I was making noises.
Ah.
Find my motherfucking notes.
My fucking notes.
Please. Alright. It was called the Astral Dragon's Fire.
Ooh.
Fear. Fire?
Astral Dragon's fire or sphere?
Depends on the pronunciation. I'll just post it and you guys can enlighten me.
Sphere.
Not how
I
you
don't
spell
know.
No, it's fire. Fire.
Is it isn't it? Would it be Dragon Spire instead?
it. I don't know. This is what it is in my notes.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
And whenever I looked it up to make sure that it is in fact the item that I was determining it, the wiki in turn is showing me that it is in fact spelled this way.
Huh.
Alright.
Interesting.
Can we all roll a history to see if she ever heard of something called the Astral Dragon's Fire?
We're gonna
Was
say sphere for the time being.
Was I able to hear it?
Did you follow Adel over to Captain Rodriguez?
I haven't moved my token, so I'm assuming not.
Then I am afraid, Adel, you cannot get any assistance.
It's too much noise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Alright.
figured.
Let's see it. God motherfucking
well.
damn.
Okay, never mind.
Who needs help when you just nat 20?
Exactly. Just that 24 head.
Adel, you're not entirely sure where you've heard it. You don't remember where you've heard it, but you assume during either one of LV's discussions or during your downtime in one of the cities, you've heard rumors of the Astral Dragon Sphere. It's a very powerful magical object, believed to have been created by the god of the dragons himself, that when wielded by a spellcaster, you're not entirely certain what all it does, but when wielded by a spellcaster, its true powers can be unleashed.
I see. Yes, I remember hearing of that. I can understand your anger.
It is a legend in its own right.
Have you heard that George is going to be fighting your son?
Whenever he left the necrotic lands, he informed me that George did, in fact, ask him for a duel.
Would you be willing to wager Homemaster's unharmed freedom on it?
In exchange.
The amulets of Xanthragon.
You see him just slowly look at you as he presses a thumb down into his pipe and says, "I would not take that disgusting amulet from you if you begged for me to."
Huh. Well. Okay. Fair enough. Good to know.
I do not want such a filthy, demonic abomination to dirty my hands.
I'm guessing you have experience with him then.
I do not take fondly to demons.
Okay. Good to know. Let's see.
No self-respecting devil would.
Right. Understandable. Okay. Let's see. Oh boy.
Was not expecting him to not like Xanthragon at all.
Honestly, with how his son reacted to the amulets, I thought I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, sure. Okay. Well, alright. Okay. I was thinking here. Right now, the Homemasters is basically worth a legendary artifact. What the hell does Ale have that would be worth it? Like, okay, hold on. Idle. We'll then reach into her bag, and we'll bring out... Actually, I don't even know if this is a good idea. Fuck it, might as well. She'll place the Blood Moon scroll on the table.
He looks to it and places the pipe in his teeth before holding out his hand and goes, "May I?"
She'll hand it to him.
He takes it, slowly opens it up, reads it before slowly rolling it back up and hands it back to you. You do not seem like a necromancer, let alone a genocidal one at that.
I'm not. Though when I tried to just give it away before he came back, I figured that if I gave it to someone that would want it, it would stick around.
He ponders for a minute before saying, "I am uncertain. It is definitely interesting, and I'm sure I could find a buyer for it somewhere. But I am uncertain of my personal opinions on this."
Do you need a while to think about it?
A little bit of time. That is a very powerful spell you have there, after all. Very dangerous. It is intriguing, I will give you that. But finding a buyer for it will take time, and then getting it to the buyer will take even more.
about as much time as trying to get the artifact's location from Pomasters, then trying to find it.
Who's to say?
He shrugs. I personally feel it's of equal measure. At least this one is easier, that you would just have it in your hands rather than who knows where.
Very true. Which is why I said I will need time to think about it.
No, not. Well, if that is all, then
I do know. I do have a potential buyer in another land that may be willing to take that scroll.
may I ask a request, though, if you do end up winning the scroll? And I understand I won't really have much of a place to have this request, but it's one I need to ask anyway.
And that would be?
If you win the scroll, whatever you do, make sure it gets nowhere near the Puppet Master.
Something tells me if he wanted the scroll, he would have come and taken it by now.
He would have tried. It's a lot easier to buy it than it is to fight it off of us.
He shrugs. He makes a motion to this and says, I suppose that is true.
But please, Rodriguez. I need your word. You will not sell it to the Puppet Master.
The person I plan on selling it to is in a different land. Definitely not him.
Thank you. And she lets Aria leave. As bad as it would be for this to get into anyone's hands, his hands would possibly be the worst possible option for all of us. But be that as it may, I'm glad we're able to reach somewhat of a conclusion here. I'm going to stick around town in case I do come across my father, so you can let me know your thoughts once we see each other again.
Knowing how he has been, he'll be here soon. And it's going to take a few more days for my boy to get back from his escapade. Traveling by boat takes a while.
Wait, your son isn't the one that's back? Then whose boat with the necrotic energy did I hear about going by recently?
Yes, that was actually quite worrying, I'm not going to lie. You see, we were almost besieged by a troubling figure.
Ooh.
There is a legend of a nautical pirate whose greed was so strong that when he passed away, it did not, and continued to fester. We refer to him as Deadbeard.
Deadbeard?
Deadbeard.
Ada will keep her comments on the name to herself. Alright.
So we're just kind of walking up. Can he try to roll history, see if he recognizes the name at all, or no?
Adel, it took all of Adel's willpower to be like, how's he got a beard if he dead?
Yeah, no, literally I just typed that.
It's like, what? A skeleton with a beard?
George,
Ghost beard.
you know somewhat of the legends of Deadbeard. The only thing you know is he in his life was a very greedy individual who pillaged, pilfered, and stole everything from everywhere as often as he could. And rumor is that during one of his finds he found a cursed artifact, and whenever he passed away from natural causes, his body rose and his insatiable greed took over, which then continued to pilfer and pillage. And it is one of the main reasons why people do not put their cities on the coast anymore, because if they do, there's always a risk that Deadbeard will raid them.
And Rodriguez decides to put his city right on the coast.
He's a
madman.
pirate. He's a pirate. He needs his city to be on the coast.
The
Man, I
fucking
sure,
madman.
I sure love my pirate kingdom being in the middle of the fucking continent.
Hey, you just build a big enough river.
I love my pirate kingdom being in the middle of the continents with our land boats.
What, y'all never heard of land pirates? Y'all gotta learn some franchising.
I was just banded.
You need don't watch out for those land sharks.
Joel, after hearing that, will walk up and be like, "Sorry, don't interrupt, but is everything okay?"
Yes and no.
What's the no part?
Apparently, Deadbeard is taking a gander at Rodriguez Camilla Montague's city.
That is pretty bad. Is that it?
More or less. For the no part, anyway. Montague, do you think maybe we could help?
If it comes to blows, all you need to do is be here to help. But let's hope for the best rather than thinking of the worst, yeah?
Very well. We have reason to stick around anyway. Radzig is a few days away.
Oh, so I'm assuming everything's a go, I'm guessing?
It is.
It's good to see you again, George. Please, have a seat.
Sure, I'll take a deep breath and we'll have a seat. Good to see you again as well. I'm assuming that Adel wanted to put a wager on mine and your son's duel.
That she did.
I look over to Adel and that was...
Well, the freedom of Poemaster is for... Well, he hasn't decided yet, but potentially for this. And she raises the Blood Moon Scroll.
And you haven't decided on that yet?
The problem is that is a very unique spell. One that would only be useful in the hands of a necromancer. And necromancers in these lands are very sparse, you see.
Alright. Rose will then kind of sit forward and like, what if I could give you something that could guarantee you a lot of potential buyers?
He makes a motion as if going, go on.
George will then summon up the two long swords, the twin soul slicing long swords, and will slide them over towards Montague.
He looks to them, tilting his head one way and then tilting his head another as he puffs on his pipe and says, "Interesting."
Like I said, those swords do have a lot of value, a lot of unique uses, so...
I believe you. But I don't think it is good to wager your personal blade in this instance, George.
Why not? And he's saying that out of genuine curiosity.
If by chance you lose, you will be defenseless. And a warrior without his blade is no warrior at all.
I mean no disrespect when I do this, but he will then summon up his dark steel longsword, his heavy crossbow, a gun at some point. I'm never really defenseless.
He smiles to you before tapping the table and says, "But do any of those blades have a bond with you like this? Can those talk to you?"
How did you know that?
I'm a Rakshasha. It is my job to know magical items.
Goddamn.
Well, I can't disagree with you there, but I do have a bond with all of my weapons, as he will summon up the dark steel longsword again, and will place down. This one has the most sentimental value to me.
He looks to it and says, "Why is that?"
It was a sword my father used.
Then I cannot accept that.
I'm not asking you to. That's why I asked about the other swords. Because I'm confident the bond between me and those swords is enough to win me that duel.
He looks to you and smiles and says, "I enjoy your confidence. I enjoy your confidence, but I don't think I can accept, at least not those blades. You keep them." And besides, what your friend here is more than enough. I just need a day to think about it.
I want to roll insights on that real quick, actually. I'm suddenly distrustful of this man.
I suddenly do not trust this man.
Yeah, I just remembered George was like, "Hey, he's a pirate. He might cheat." I'm like, "Wait a second."
Like, what? It's like he is a pirate.
From what you can tell, you're not entirely sure why, but Rodriguez is in fact, for one reason or another, hesitant to take the blades as a wager, but you don't feel any ill will behind it.
Oh, what about the like? Is the pause because he's like planning, I don't know, to have us goddamn assassinated, or is that also knowable?
He's a pirate, but he doesn't have any assassins.
Okay.
I love how absolutely paranoid all of you are.
Is he going to pirate all over us during that day, or is he just chill?
He's currently fucking smoking up right now. I think he's chill as he can be.
Hey, I've seen enough Pirates of the Caribbean. If I saw Better Call Saul, you ever heard of Lalo Salamanca? I don't trust anyone that's called.
I think we should be concerned if he just straight up stopped smoking at some point.
Yeah, I'd be more scared of that.
I'm not. I am concerned. So
George is just not really paying attention to how he looks. He just more or less just kind of just shrugs and be like, "If that's what you want." No, we're gonna take the swords back, and Fish will de-summon them before he does. He'll say, "Sorry, I had to wage you guys up like that. I'm just trying to help a friend."
Both of them reply, "Rude."
That's fair.
Huh.
all right, Rodriguez, Carmela Montague. I'm going to take you up on your offer of meal, though.
He nods and says, "It's just taking a while." And eventually a server does in fact set a plate of food before you. And what of you, George? Would you like something to eat?
No thank you. I appreciate the offer, though. Also, was this person here before last time we were here?
Yeah.
Which, yeah, That's his second in command.
Squib
Okay.
banged her. And we were, yeah, she bad Squib, and we all like mega pog face at Squib getting laid.
Huh. Alright. No thank you, I already ate before I got here.
Oh no. Yeah, I know your nerves may be getting to you, but you could have some stew or soup.
I suppose I can take some stew then.
You are a growing boy, George. You need to eat.
I'll take a stew then. And if you don't mind me asking you a question then while I'm waiting for that.
Of course. Go ahead.
How did you come across adopting Resolve?
He leans back and slowly takes a pull on his pipe and exhales before saying, I found the poor boy. He then sighs and says, it was very unfortunate. His village had been destroyed. Me and my crew saw the smokestack in the distance. By the time we got there, most of the houses were burning. The places were pillaged. The villagers were sitting either upon pikes or burning within the streets. I saw him running. And when I noticed who was chasing him, I briefly pondered not getting involved, but I could not let a boy die. And so, I got in the way. And made a permanent enemy in doing so.
Who did you get in the way of, if you don't mind me asking?
1 second.
Yes, adding another NPC into the mix of a name we have to remember.
I was thinking it was Deadbeard, actually.
Maybe Deadbeard makes someone they know, who knows?
Yeah.
Ari, have you ever heard of a being called Bright Day?
Right Day?
Bright Day.
History,
George, a little
sir?
history on that?
Full history.
The fighter of the night day.
The champion of the sun.
Oh,
Ooh.
Damn.
George is just gonna say, aren't most days not bright here?
He chuckles a bit to this and says, Bright Day is one of Baba Yaga's horsemen.
Oh,
Jesus.
I completely fucking forgot about Baba Yaga. Oh, Jesus. It's been a while.
Oh God.
We have so many underlying things to take care of.
Baba Yaga.
I believe in preventing Bright Day from killing the boy, I made a permanent enemy of Baba Yaga.
Yeah, that is a definite, quite the enemy to have.
He just slowly shrugs to this and says, I am uniquely capable of handling that situation.
I'll take your word for it.
We ran into one of the knights, maybe even just a soldier of Baba Yaga, but that was a long time ago.
Yes, you rescued Cadence.
What?
Remember?
I don't remember
You will be-
a knight of Baba Yaga being after Cadence.
Not her, not Cadence in specific, just her ship.
You see, whenever you were taking... Hold on. Gotta check my notes to make sure I don't fuck up any names.
I know what you were talking about. Don't worry.
Well, I have to refresh Phenom's memory in this instance, but... Give
I'm
me
not
just a
sure
sec.
if I remember incorrectly either. Because
It was Cadence, her second in command, and the ship.
Yeah, the ship got obliterated.
I don't remember Baba Yaga's knights being, like, interacting with us when we were at...
I remember there being a time elemental.
Yeah, the time elemental, that thing that had anti-magic. I don't remember anything else.
I just cracked my neck and it felt so good.
Yay.
Now, I remember
Yeah,
with
your
the...
neck cracks.
What I remember with the Knights of Baba Yaga was the one that wanted Ado's blood for whatever reason.
That was a different Baba Yaga.
What? What do you mean that was a different Baba? What? What? What does that mean?
She has 3 horsemen.
Okay, so it's the same Baba. Okay, good. Because
four.
you said that was a different Baba Yaga. I was like, what?
Actually, I think it is 4, so I'll have to double
Yeah,
check.
it's famine, death, pestilence, and
No,
war.
not the biblical horsemen.
Okay.
One
But
of-
aren't they like
One-
patterned after them though?
I don't think so, especially since one of them's called Bright Day.
Oh, yes, it's the seasons.
That's still 4.
Yeah. Okay, so just to be sure, there is one Baba Yaga, and you just misspoke.
Oh, yeah. So, Red Sun was the one who destroyed the ship of Cadence. Because Ava Galewind was taking you along. You guys found the ruins of the ship. You fished Cadence out, and when she woke up, she explained what happened.
Oh no, I remember now. Okay. No, I remember. So we've met 2 Knights of Baba Yaga now. Well, 1 horseman and heard of the other one. So, Baba Yaga. Yeah, I had a run-in with one for nights. It was not so fun.
Baba Yaga is a very interesting one. Very powerful hag.
So I have heard. Not one that I have met, though.
Consider yourself lucky.
Have you met her?
Of course. You wouldn't think I would make an enemy that I did not meet, would you?
Well, I'm hoping that we don't run into her either, but it's not like we're going to go out of our way to find her.
Nor will she go out of her way to find you. Unless she wants something from you, of course.
Well, she already took my blood. I'm not sure what else she would want from me.
He looks to you as you say this, curiously.
Yes.
Interesting.
Some time ago, one of her people came to me and was asking for my blood. Wouldn't tell me what he wanted it for, but I had a feeling things would go poorly if I didn't let them have it, so I did.
But it could just be part of one of Baba Yaga's rituals. Maybe not necessarily needing your blood in specific, just perhaps an elven blood.
Alright. Okay, out of character. Actually. Sure, can I tell them the out of character thing you told me what would happen if she said no?
Sure.
Okay, so, listen to this shit. Sometime after Adel reluctantly gave the blood, right? Jorah's like, you know you did a good thing, because if you didn't, they would have brought a dead child and placed it in front of Adel, and then that would have just been like, yeah, that's where they got all the blood from that you didn't
No,
give.
they wouldn't have brought
Jesus
the dead
Christ,
child.
dude.
They wouldn't have brought the dead child. A child would have been drained for their blood instead.
Yeah.
You would have found the dead child. There's
Like, what-
a big difference.
What the fuck am I supposed to think about that? Like, why is it... What kind of...
You're supposed to be terrified. That's the point.
And then it's just like, oh yeah, and then Baba Yaga is never mentioned again for fucking years. Like, God fucking damn it. I completely forgot about that.
Jordan, what the fuck?
What?
Why is
Baba
it-
Yaga-
what?
Baba Yaga's an evil hag. That's just something she'd do. All I'm doing is going by the books that I use that say that that's what would have happened.
But why? Okay, if they were
It's a
going to-
hag. What do
if-
you mean?
Hey, we met Bitter Giggles. Bitter Giggles is a nice hag. But like,
Yeah, but you gotta know that they're inherently extremely evil hags.
I don't get it. Why is it that they only did like a small pinprick at Adel, and then they're like, yeah, we're going to kill this child now.
Sanguinate the child.
Is that child dead or not? Brother.
Sanguinating usually means that they're dead.
I think
Good job,
we
you
finally
may
scared off
lose.
the other person.
Nah, she's fine. She had to go do WoW stuff, so she said she enjoyed listening though.
All right.
Yeah,
So, back in character now. Well, I guess while we're waiting here, we hope nothing goes untoward. Especially regarding Deadbeard and Baba Yaga.
And you are here as my welcome guests, of course.
Thank
And
you.
George, eventually the stew will be set before you.
Oh, yeah,
Come
well-
on. Oh, go ahead.
Alright, one more thing. When we were here, we were haunted by a ghost. Do you know anything about it?
Can't say that I do without more information.
Yeah. I'm not really sure myself. One of us got taken over by a ghost for a while when we were resting here. It was very odd.
Sounds
Did the ghost try to steal anything from anyone?
When it did stuff with Hubert, he was not able to get any rest. Hubert,
Yeah, I
what
don't
do you
know about
remember
that
about it?
Hubert just shrugged to this and said, I remember nothing.
Well, at least it's not an issue anymore. Just want to let you know.
I appreciate that. Now, enjoy your time, rest, and be merry. It's an enjoyable experience tonight.
Alright. They'll soon finish her row. The boy, not Rodriguez, and we'll head on back to the others.
I was just gonna continue finishing eating up his stew. What's you doing that?
You were occupied for quite a long time,
We had a lot of talks.
clearly.
Yes.
If I didn't know any better, Elvie, I would say you were nervous.
What would ever give you that idea?
The fact that you had never... the fact that I'm fairly certain you didn't blink the entire time we were over there.
You are far more perceptive than I could ever give you credit for.
Indeed. It is my job, after all.
Never assume that Hubert isn't watching you.
And at this point, LV finally blinks and just like rubs her up. Ah,
So what's the problem?
I was, as Hubert said, nervous.
I appreciate the worry about it.
Is George also fine? He seems to still be over there.
He's enjoying stew.
Oh,
Wait, where's Beastie?
It's actually a good question.
Did someone fucking kidnap Beastie?
Someone just yoinked the goblin as we were here.
Like, good luck to them.
Like, yo, free goblin.
yeah, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, Beastie just walks in covered in blood like, yo, what's up?
Bag, I gotta hand it to you. Holds out a hand.
Alright. There you go. Beastie's back.
Yep.
Oh. So, is there anything of note we should know about in regards to...
Yes. Homemasters is here because he stole an artifact from them called the Astral Dragon's Fire.
Once again, just say sphere.
Sorry, Astral Dragon Sphere.
That sounds... I'm gonna do a history or Arcana.
Either or.
Okay.
I'll do the
Arcana.
same.
22.
You only know that it is very powerful and very useful towards spellcasters.
Flash of genius, because why not?
Of course.
Flash of Genius will let you know, allegedly, what it is capable of.
You and your flaccid genius.
Oh, alright. Yeah, the Flash of genius is pretty fun.
You already said Flash of Genius.
Yeah,
so,
no, I just was
so
confirming it.
you are aware of what it looks like. It is a small blue crystal that shines brightly with magical energy, as the legends say that it was created by the god of the dragons. Secondarily, with a 34, you know that it is capable of this.
Limitless potential. Yet that the attuned spellcaster can cast a spell that targets the orb. The orb will then absorb the spell cast and gain charges equal to the level of the spell slot used. The Astral Dragon's Fear can have 99 charges at maximum. If it were to gain maximum charges exceeding that of its maximum 99, the attuned person takes psychic damage. Each charge above 99, this damage.
Oh, okay, that's not fair.
As an action, an attuned spellcaster can use charges in Dragon Sphere to cast a spell without using a spell slot, equal to half the number of charges used. He cannot cast a spell of 6th level or higher this way.
Paul's kind of goes through explaining all that.
So it's an alternate power source needed to cast spells. Interesting.
You can see why he was so mad that Homemaster stole that from him.
Yes, it would be most...
Can George try to remember if anything like that has come to Haven at all, or if Homemaster's like brought it to Haven for the museum?
You know that he has not brought it to the museum.
Okay.
I mean, for something as powerful as that, who's to say Masters wouldn't just take it? He is.
Did take it.
Well, I mean, not to give it to the museum, but physically own it, as he is a bard of an...
Well, our options are, if he accepts the deal, George has to beat Radzig. If not, we have to find that and get that to him for Homemaster's release. Of course, if we even give it to him, he's not going to let Homemasters escape unscathed.
The old pound of flesh thing.
Yes, but he did agree to Homemaster's unharmed release if you win. If he first agrees to that, then if you beat Radzig, George.
Mm-hmm. It'll be a very pressured fight then, I guess.
Many of our fights are high pressure, but you'll be fine. Hey, thanks for watching the video until the end. If you want to see more of my stuff, click on either the vids on screen or check out my YouTube channel. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and check the description for more places to follow me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be seeing you.